will Donald Trump be the first Jesuit president? Okay, just wanted to make a real quick little video here, and this is an interesting thing. Here's Wikipedia's page, and you go down here, early life, and it goes down through, and it says, where's the thing? Trump attended Fordham University in the Bronx for 2 years. Fordham University is a Jesuit institution. So technically, no, he's not, maybe not a Jesuit priest, but he's Jesuit educated, which to me, you know, you might as well just be a Jesuit at that point. But I thought this was funny. He's Jesuit educated, but his religion is Presbyterianism. Sure, okay. You know, right. And you say, well, you know, would he be the first Jesuit educated president? Well, no, actually there was one before him. Here you have Bill Clinton, and you go down here, college and law school years, Georgetown University. So Bill Clinton went to an even higher level of, you know, Jesuit education. So I don't know that, you know, if there were others that, you know, had different Jesuit education and things before Clinton. I'm not sure, but you know, here you have this thing. I showed this in another study. The list of Illuminati. I was going to say Illuminati. List of alumni of Jesuit educational institutions. A lot of famous people and things like this. And you go down here to the C, letter C, and you have right there, Bill Clinton, President of the United States, Georgetown University. Go over here, you take it down to T, and you have Donald Trump, Fordham University. And see, that's how this whole scam works. You have this guy here, oh, he's going to be a conservative Republican. Bill Clinton's a liberal Democrat. You know, Obama is liberal, so he's going to take over and he'll bring our country back. Folks, the whole political thing is just absolute nonsense. It's totally controlled. Please don't get sucked into this who's going to run for president stuff and whatever else. These people use mind control on you. They'll lie to you and they'll say, oh, I'm going to restore this, and it's time that we get some good politicians in there and things. And you know, your carnal nature as a Christian is you want to have things return to the good old days, you know, kind of deal. And so you can get caught up in that stuff, and next thing you know, you're saying, well, you know, I would vote for this guy because I think that he'd be better than, you know, candidate B would be better than candidate A, you know, and all this stuff. I mean, it's just like, come on. You know, it's ridiculous. Don't get involved in politics. Politics is a ridiculous bunch of nonsense. I mean, the Bible says that we are to pray for leaders and things, and basically the politicians, simply so that we can live a life of peace. And, you know, in all honesty and things like that, that's true. But to start to really, you know, get behind different people and you know, the Ron Paul scam, and all this other stuff. Don't fall for that stuff, brethren. You know, okay? I mean, Jesuit. They're both Jesuit educated. You know, the Catholic Church has taken over America. Again, there was a long time where Americans were able to really kick the Vatican hard, and we're still able to. We still have that freedom here, and I'm thankful for that freedom, but it's quickly eroding. And you know, so look out for this.
I've loved and respected him my entire life, and I could not be more proud tonight to present to you and to all of America my father and our next president, Donald J. Trump.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Friends, delegates, and fellow Americans, I humbly and gratefully accept your nomination for the presidency of the United States. USA, 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 USA. Who would have believed that when we started this journey on June 16th last year, we, and I say we, because we are a team, would have received almost 14 million votes, the most in the history of the Republican Party, and that the Republican Party would get 60% more votes than it received 8 years ago. Who would have believed this? Who would have believed this? The Democrats, on the other hand, received 20% fewer votes than they got 4 years ago. Not so good, not so good. Together, we will lead our party back to the White House, and we will lead our country back to safety, prosperity, and peace. We will be a country of generosity and warmth, but we will also be a country of law and order. Our convention occurs at a moment of crisis for our nation. The attacks on our police and the terrorism of our cities threaten our very way of life. Any politician who does not grasp this danger is not fit to lead our country. Americans watching this address tonight have seen the recent images of violence in our streets and the chaos in our communities. Many have witnessed this violence personally. Some have even been its victims. I have a message for all of you. The crime and violence that today afflicts our nation will soon, and I mean very soon, come to an end. Beginning on January 20th of 2017, safety will be restored. The most basic duty of government is to defend the lives of its own citizens. Any government that fails to do so is a government unworthy to lead. It is finally time for a straightforward assessment of the state of our nation. I will present the facts plainly and honestly. We cannot afford to be so politically correct anymore. So if you want to hear the corporate spin, the carefully crafted lies, and the media myths, the Democrats are holding their convention next week. Go there. But here at our convention, there will be no lies. We will honor the American people with the truth and nothing else. These are the facts. Decades of progress made in bringing down crime are now being reversed by this administration's rollback of criminal enforcement. Homicides last year increased by 17% in America's 50 largest cities. That's the largest increase in 25 years. In our nation's capitals, killings have risen by 50%. They're up nearly 60% in nearby Baltimore. In the president's hometown of Chicago, more than 2,000 people have been the victim of shootings this year alone, and almost 4,000 have been killed in the Chicago area since he took office. The number of police officers killed in the line of duty has risen by almost 50% compared to this point last year.